All right, welcome back. We have some more top eight action for you. Two matches have already been decided, but we have two more matches still in progress, and we are live with one of them right now. We have Mu12 with that Blaziken deck versus SuperWooper and their dominant Crobyss deck. Now, in this game, SuperWooper got off an early strike and run, got two Clamperl and a Zubat, and because Mu12 started with that Ditto, they are choosing to run and avoid setting up a copied strike and run situation. And here is the Gorbis already. We're going to see a Mystic Water.
Yeah, very heads-up decision there from SuperWooper, able to pivot over into this Gorbis.
We could see a retreat and do a strike and run. I shouldn't get too hasty here.
We'll have to see. So, yeah, it looks like Mu12 only had that single turn with that strike and run. Now, Crobyss versus Blaziken, we talked about it a little bit. I believe I predicted SuperWooper and you predicted Mu12, right?
That is correct.
So, okay, clashing visions here on how this matchup will go. Wooper decides to just take the 40 damage here on the Corsola.
Now, I do believe that Mu12 won game one.
Okay, so this is game two?
I believe this is game two, and Wooper's up a game.
Okay, so it's currently game two here.
No, Mu12 is up a game, I believe. I misspoke.
Mu12 potentially up 1-0 in this match, so Blaziken over Crobyss. Let's see, going straight for that Steven, always a great way to start out a turn in the 2004 format. Let's see what they end up with. Energy draw to follow. That's 7 cards drawn this turn. I like that a lot.
Showing the power of that Blaziken deck. And yes, we got confirmation Mu12 did take game one. We are on game two, and Mu12 has just quite the board. Really just a great position to be in.
Absolutely, I agree.
As soon as this Corsola goes down, they have just a board full of everything. And if I'm Wooper, I'm going to be scared to Mystic Water into this Corsola because that Ditto is waiting on the bench.
Yeah, Mu12 opted not to use Coral Glow, instead prioritizing attaching the energy to the Ditto to guarantee that that Ditto can Mystic Water next turn, provided this Corsola goes down. We'll have to see how that pays off, but it's looking like it's a good decision there from Mu12.
Unless we see that big rare candy Crobat. Nope, we just see a Desert Shaman, so let's see how this unfolds.
Well, now it's really good that they didn't attach to the Corsola because all those cards drawn would immediately have disappeared. Now, Crobyss, we've seen it a little bit today, but this is that deck that's very disruptive. Plays lots of Desert Shamans, lots of reversals, and of course that ATM Rock and Flutter Trick from Crobat. Lots of tricky things that Crobyss can do to its opponent.
And we see a quick turn, double tails, no damage.
Now that's interesting. Does want to save the Gorbis. I think that's a good play, but you needed 2 heads to get the KO here. Why not just use a surprise to pick down the hand even more?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a surprise here, honestly. Like, that quick turn is not going to take a knockout very reliably.
25% of the time.
That said, you know that it's hard to surprise against an active Corsola that can just draw 4 cards for a single energy drop.
That's true. I just wonder.
I mean, look at this. They got shamaned, and they're already up to 9 cards in hand immediately.
I'm just energy draw, super clutch as always. Gets to use Coral Glow to draw again. Another quick turn.
Just immediately a quick turn.
I'm just wondering if SuperWooper should have just used Sudden Flash instead.
Yeah, I don't like quick turn here very much.
Well, not much action on Wooper's side here to start off game 2. Meanwhile, Mu12 getting everything they want. Corsola and Delcatty proving to be a lethal combo when it comes to the ability to draw just so many cards.
Everything they want, except for an evolution on the Torchic line. We've yet to see a Combusken. We've yet to see a Blaziken. Now they might be being real cautious, trying to avoid playing into ATM Rock. But no, they just chose to retreat into Torchic and leave Corsola. What do you think is up with that play?
I'm going to be real with you, Cara. I'm really not sure. I guess Mu12 really wants to prioritize the ability to draw cards in the event of another Desert Shaman. I guess I can understand the desire to not KO the Zubat and to let Gorbis come swinging back into you, and Mu12 doesn't actually have any way to deal damage anyway. But
Yeah, I wonder if they're saying, okay, if you want to take a KO here, you got to bring up the Gorbis, and I got a response. Maybe they're playing, pardon the pun, maybe they're playing chicken here with SuperWooper.
they probably are. They're saying you do not have Rare Candy, Crobat, and a basic energy to swing with triple poison. We'll have to see if that's the case. I mean, it probably is. We just see a multi to a Clamperl. Does Wooper have anything else going for them? No, another quick turn. Okay.
And a couple turns too late here, the double heads doing just 20 damage to this Torchic.
So this Zubat has attacked 3 times and it's dealt 30 damage so far.
Well, 40 after weakness.
Ah, very true, very true. So, okay. Could be a little worse. I mean, not where you want to be at this point in the game.
Not at all where you want to be.
By any means. I think you need to save this Zubat. Wow. Okay. Mu12 drawing every card possible, does not want to commit or is unable to commit.
Yeah, just promoted another Torchic. Once again, playing chicken. Now, I definitely understand not wanting to let that Corsola sit and be attacked by a relatively inconsequential Dunsparce. They want to force SuperWooper to expose something meaningful to be attacked, or build up enough time that they can start volcanic ashing.
And Wooper's
I imagine
staying
something
patient.
like that is their thought process.
Yeah.
But the longer they wait, the more energy going to play. There are now 6 psychic energy on SuperWooper's side of the field.
This patience game from both players, Wooper not committing to anything at all, slowly building up the board, but
massive hand, 17 cards.
That's insane. Surely there's something in your hand, Mu12.
There's a Combuskin.
There you go. And
a Rare Candy Blaziken and a Fire Starter. Are we going to start seeing a Fire Stream this turn? Well, maybe not. Nope.
No. Passes.
Oh my goodness.
What is Mu12 waiting for? Are they going straight for a Volcanic Ash onto the Gorbis?
They might be, but that's a risky proposition.
I agree. Okay, grass on the Clamperl.
I think... Let's see.
Oh.
Are we going to see a bubble KO? Oh my goodness, we are seeing a bubble KO.
Gosh, but you're losing 2 multi-energy on that exchange. They really think that Mu12's hand does not have it, and maybe they're right. I don't know. The fact that they powered up the Combuskin instead the Blaziken is very interesting when it comes to what could possibly be in Mu12's hand.
Now, what they choose to promote here is going to tell a lot of the story. A Fire Stream is a knockout. A Volcanic Ash can snipe a Gorbis. I cannot talk.
Wow,
but we see the Delcatty.
I think that if you don't have a guaranteed attack, I would have promoted the Ditto. Just to have that warp energy you can toss away off a retreat. Promoting Delcatty means that...
Do we have a high pressure system, maybe?
I don't think that could let Delcatty retreat, though.
No, you're right.
That would require a Corsola to be active.
You're right.
Okay, well, evolves into another Blaziken.
Surely they're not just throwing out the Delcatty as bait.
That would be interesting. I mean, there aren't many cards left in the deck. They've certainly been drawing a lot. Looks like energy now seems to be a constrained resource. This is a very interesting game, Cara.
Slow and steady as can be. I'm really intrigued by this.
Both players staying very patient. Wooper deciding to take the initiative, decided that knocking out the Torchic was worth the potential risk of the Clamperl.
Now, honestly, I like the position here. We can see a Fire Stream taking out the Clamperl, and there's a Ditto ready to respond to a Gorbis. So, Mu12 has done this very careful maneuvering, but now is in a pretty good position, just ready to strip all the energy off SuperWooper's field.
We'll have to see how that ends up. So, right now we see there are 5 Psychic Energy in play. That is the magic number if you are Mu12 to be able to knock out a Crobyss with one single hit. Now, of course, actually Crobyss has 10 damage on it, so you'd only need 4, and that could be relevant down the line as well. Now, we see a Steven for 6. Finally getting to draw some cards if you're Wooper. What are you looking for, though? Do you see a world where you attack with anything but Crobyss this turn, Cara?
Oh, I can't imagine. They're in this position where this unless they can get, oh nope, and they take the Mystic Water.
Okay.
That Ditto's ready to go.
So we're finally going to see our first copy Mystic Water today. And we see the power of this modern interpretation being able to subvert promoting a Blaziken and instead getting to take out a Crobyss without risking one of your most important Pokemon in the deck, frankly.
Yeah, and while this Ditto's attacking, the Blaziken on the bench are fire startering onto the bench Ditto, so it's now ready to go as well. And there are now a lot of energy in play, a lot of psychic energy in play.
A lot of psychic energy, though, right? So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already. If those 2 were not attached to Ditto, I think a Blaziken could survive off of Mystic Water. But now it's definitely going down if we have a reversal. And even if we don't, this Ditto is going down for sure.
But now these Crobyss decks often don't run the reversal.
Ah, that is a good point. Crobyss, the more slower, methodical Crobyss variant.
Well, they try to go for that early disruption with the Crobat and the Shaman, but we didn't see that this game, and we just see now Mu12 was able to set up freely, and they're just running rampant.
Yeah, this is really precarious.
Yeah, so what do you do here if you are if you're SuperWooper? You can return the KO with this with a Crobyss if you have one, but I mean, odds are that you're going to get KO'd back in return right away.
And the question is, if you're Wooper, can you afford to do anything else? Like, yeah, you're getting KO'd if you evolve into Crobyss and you attack, but the only other thing I can think of is to either set up a Crobat, which, as we're seeing, for some reason just doesn't seem possible today, or you could move into a Sudden Flash, but then why did you promote Clan Pearl? So, I'm not sure.
So that's why they promoted Clan Pearl, because they have the Crobyss in hand. More than anything, I want to see a Crobat here, and I don't think we're going to.
Well, we see the Golbat, which is not a Crobat. Okay,
energy from hand. Maybe are we going to see a Mystic Water, or are we going to see a Sudden Flash?
It's a really tough call. I think.
Oh, neither. We're going to see a
Stone Generator.
Rock Stone Generator. That's not going to do very much. Only one of those Blaziken was candied.
No, but they both were.
Oh, wait. They both were. I thought one evolved through a Combuskin. Was that the one that got KO'd?
It must have been the one that got KO'd. Very observant from Wooper, noticing that the remaining Blazikens were both candied.
Yeah, more observant than me. And they definitely slowed down the opponent here, because there's nothing that can attack the Golbat. Not meaningfully.
Interesting to know. I'm starting to wonder this. I don't think we've seen Mu12 play an Oracle yet. I wonder if this list even runs it. This might be one of those hyper-modern lists that is just completely ignoring Oracle altogether and says, I just want to draw cards. And if that's the case, it might be a bit more challenging to get these Blazikens back online.
Yeah, some of these lists run more things like TV Reporter and run lighter counts of Oracle. I don't know if I've seen people running 0 Oracle, so maybe they're doing a completely modern take on the list. Maybe they just haven't seen one yet.
I've heard some discussion about Oracle.
No, hold up. There is an Oracle in the discard pile.
Okay, so maybe we just didn't find it yet in the hand. They played Town Volunteers. They may have prioritized that higher. All right, Wooper, it's back to you. Now, I think a triple poison could be really nice here. The math sets it up so that the Delcatty would be KO'd going back into your turn.
That's the dream.
That is the dream. And just hope that your opponent cannot somehow pull off like a volcanic ash or something. I think it'd be crazy. Well, here's the Crobat. Finally decides to show up to the party.
I would love to see a shaman here.
That would be phenomenal. We know that Wooper has played one so far today. Multi onto the benched Zubat.
I wonder, shaman and Flutter Trick, shaman and Flutter Trick.
There you go.
This is what I wanted.
It's like Judge and Luxray V. Heads.
Oh my goodness.
Now we don't get to see what SuperWooper sees.
And Blaziken goes down.
Wow.
So the Blaziken were shuffled out of the hand, and one was discarded. But immediately, there's the Oracle we haven't seen all game. There's a Combusken. There's a Blaziken.
Oh my god.
Mu12 recovered immediately.
Shaman can only do so much, huh? Wow. That is incredible. Now, okay, I think you Flutter Trick.
Oh goodness! If you're SuperWooper here, you did everything right, and you got the heads on Flutter Trick, and it just didn't matter. That Delcatty Oracle engine is so powerful.
When you draw the right cards, it really pulls through.
Here's the question: Did they top? Do you think that Mu12 top decked the Oracle? Because if you're SuperWooper, you would discard that Oracle in a heartbeat if they had Oracle plus energy, right?
So let's see. We know that they played. We saw Oracle, Energy. Oh, okay, and then Blaziken and Combusken could have come off the Oracle, so that would have left a Blaziken and an Energy in hand. Yeah, I agree. I think I would have picked off the Oracle if I had the opportunity for Wooper. If Mu12 really did top deck that Oracle, that's disgusting.
The Oracle or maybe the basic Energy.
Yeah, either one could be incredible. Flutter Trick Tails. Okay. Wooper maybe a little bit more of a lease on life now. Again, like this Crobyss deck is so fascinating. Just the archetype in general. It's it looks like it's not doing anything. That's how I see it. Crobyss looks like it does so little, but in practice it just plays perfectly into its opponent.
So I wonder if we're going to see that triple poison this turn. It would be an ideal turn for it. Nope, just another Flutter Trick and a Tails.
They must have missed the energy. Okay, Copycat did not like the hand. Are we going to see more coin flips today, Cara?
I think Flutter Trick makes sense here. Put that Crobat into Firestream range.
I think I like it too. Attaches to the Delcatty. Okay, going to max energy source. There we go.
I guess
for 10 damage. Now max energy source has that really gross, annoying doubles format wording that can trip you up sometimes. I wonder if Mu12 knew that they were doing 10 damage. Maybe they did. Maybe they just wanted to save this Ditto for later. And why not?
I don't know. I don't know about doing 10 damage versus doing 20. I feel like I want a Flutter Trick there.
Plus, you're opening your Delcatty up again to being turned off by status conditions.
Which isn't a huge deal with the energy, so the retreat is guaranteed.
Unless, Cara, is there a world where you sudden flash?
That doesn't seem terrible. A heads is a hindrance for sure. How many warp energy have they gone through? 3 warps down, so that there could be a sudden flash.
So at most, there's 1 warp left floating around somewhere in the 22 cards that Mu12 has remaining. Who knows? Oh, well, sounds like Wooper agrees. Sudden flash. Oh,
but a Tails
misses the punish. I don't hate the choice at all. I think it's really neat.
Oh, I like the sudden flash play here.
Could not capitalize, but
Mu12 digging 4 cards into the bottom of the deck for that Underground Expedition.
And we will have to see where they end up with. Still only 1 Blaziken, just very slowly using 1 fire starter at a time. And this is where that more modern version of Blaziken can stall out a little bit. Sometimes Ditto cannot use any viable attacks because the defending Pokemon has nothing viable. And if you can't get your Blaziken online, you're left just spamming max energy source for 10. Alright, so we get another attachment to Combuskin. The energy is starting to flow.
Oh my goodness, sudden flash and another Tails.
Mu12 is having a lot of fun flipping coins. They said, "Oh, Wooper, you want to flip coins? I'll do that too.
I can do
Why
that
not?
too.
It's top 8. Let's just have some fun and flip some coins, right?" And we are decidedly in the middle game now, and both boards they leave something to be desired for sure. I feel like Wooper we have not seen them play any energy for a while.
I want to just cut in here with an important update. We have word from our third top 8 match. It has concluded. Dan Z with Blaziken has taken the round over Drew Allen's MLG.
Wow.
So we have a guaranteed Blaziken in top 4.
So that means the rest of our top 4 is Muck, Magma, and Blaziken. So
yes, indeed. Gonna find out if it's Crobyss or another Blaziken match.
3 Gorbis have gone down here in top 8. Wooper on Tournament Life right now here in game 2, down a game. Will we see all 4 Gorbis get wiped out? We'll have to find out here. The turn moves into Mu12. Wooper tails on that Flutter Trick. Does not get to attack the hand. A lot of just tiny little bits of damage floating around on Mu12's board. No Pokemon is safe. But they're also not terribly in danger at the moment.
I wonder if we see a triple poison.
That could be interesting.
Not super impactful with the free retreat, but it is 4 damage counters hitting that Crobat. Putting it into... No! Oh my goodness! Another max energy source? What is going on here, Evan?
Cara, I really couldn't tell you. I'm not sure what Mu12 sees in this Delcatty. Okay, now Triple Poison is knocking out this Delcatty. I think you have to play it if you have another energy in your hand. Just a single basic energy attached to this Crobat will KO the Delcatty. Your Crobat will have 70 HP remaining, which means that you're fine for a Fire Stream or even a Triple Poison of their own. And yes, there's an outside chance Volcanic Ash could appear, but things don't... I wouldn't necessarily be too scared of that at the moment. Steven, drawing 6, or maybe less. 14 cards left in the deck. Wooper says, give me 6.
Yeah, I mean, I would take 6 in a heartbeat. I don't care. Give me all the 6. That's if there's an issue with that, that's future Cara's problem.
We just want an energy if you're Wooper. I think that'd be so impactful. We've only seen, by the way, this lone Gorbis is really holding steady. I think the other 2 KOs were both Clan Pearls, right? If I recall,
I believe so. Yeah.
Flutter Trick,
So
Tails, no energy.
What I'm wondering is there a point where if you're Mu12, you just say, all right, enough is enough. Blaziken EX, Firestarter attach, Volcanic Ash, goodbye Gorbis. It's Crobat time. I feel like if I'm Mu12, I don't hate just getting rid of the Gorbis and oh, did I call it? I think I called it.
Copycat for 10. Wow. Who needs to draw cards?
I absolutely called it. Take the Gorbis out of play. Get rid of that threat. Who cares about Crobat if you have Blaziken and Blaziken EX? There it is. Volcanic Ash. Goodbye, Gorbis. It's a Crobat game now.
Okay. Well, this is very interesting. We've already seen Mu12 has lost the most pivots in the deck. Of course, you can always hard retreat, but if you... Also, there's a Desert Ruins in play. So, I think Triple Poison could be pretty useful here against this EX. Now, you still have to take 4 prize cards, which is a pretty tall hill to climb, but...
And absolutely a tall order.
I think we can start it right here with a Triple Poison. Wooper, please show us the energy. We need to see something from you. You have not attached an energy in like 4 turns.
They played an energy? Do they run any more energy?
It has been a very long time since I've seen an energy be attached.
We have 47 energy in the discard pile for SuperWooper. Oh no. That's a joke, my friends.
27 cards in the discard. That's quite a lot. I mean, we see 17 cards are left in the general realm between the deck and the hand.
Oh, get a fresh. There it is. Oh, copycat energy under the Dunsparce.
Wooper, are you trolling us? Are you trolling us, Wooper? You just want to flip coins and go home?
Do they want to? And the heads.
There we go.
It is now on Mu12 to find another pivot.
Yeah. Like we said, didn't we see? Let's check the discard. How many warp energy are in here?
We are down 3.
We're down 3. Actually, we're down 4 because the Blaziken on the bench is wearing a warp.
Oh, that is a warp. Oh goodness. So maybe that Blaziken's stuck.
Okay, very interesting now.
So that actually is not insignificant.
No.
If they recognize, oh, there's 4 there, then that's just 10 damage, a turn bot, and 2 damage counters from Ruins.
Also, Mu12 has not yet bumped the stadium. With only 5 cards left in deck, you have to wonder if there are any ways to get rid of it, or if this Desert Ruins is going to stick. And if that's the case, then maybe it is viable to just, hey, I'm going to sudden flash you a few times, and let's see if it works.
Yeah, another sudden flash. They're going to be at 70 going into SuperWooper's turn, and then with a triple poison on top of that brings them up to 120 going into their turn. I mean, we're getting into the point where a triple poison is just like going to be lethal. So another sudden flash heads. Nope, we're staring down triple poison now. I don't hate it.
No, me neither. All right, there's a triple poison. 40 damage a turn between the Ruins and the poison.
Okay, so that's a double rainbow triple poison. So it did 0 damage, but did badly poison.
And I think that actually hurts the math a lot because there's 70 HP left. Actually, no, it'll still get KO'd in 2 turns. So when Mu12 passes, it'll go up to 120, and then SuperWooper will be able to take care of it. Of course, Mu12 will probably retreat as we see the Fire Starter onto the Blaziken on the bench.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to see a Fire Stream.
And I think triple poison now is extra devastating. You'll be turning off the Fire Starter, and that Blaziken EX has no energy on it. Mu12 deciding to prioritize the active.
Yeah, SuperWooper is proving that these Crobat, they're not that impressive, like you were saying, on the surface. But look at all the things they have going for them. They have 90 HP. They only give up 1 prize. They have free retreat, and they have just tricky attacks. And when you're staring down 3 of them, that's kind of daunting.
Extremely tricky attacks. And also, Cara, despite Mu12 retreating that Blaziken EX, it's still taking damage from this Desert Ruins. If Wooper can either triple poison or maybe even sudden flash, surely not. If you can put a status effect on this active Blaziken, you're turning off Firestarter, the EX on the bench is starting to rack up damage. It may not be looking that bad for Wooper at this point in the game.
All right, that is a triple poison onto the Blaziken, as you predicted. If the Blaziken chooses to Firestream this turn, then yeah, they're gonna get knocked out going back into their own turn, which might be an acceptable compromise. But is it worth it?
Yeah, it would take you down to 2 prize cards left.
Because if they just have an energy, they could triple poison the Crobat with their Ditto.
That is a phenomenal point, and actually, it would knock out the Crobat.
Yes, indeed, it would, and just leave that Blaziken to Firestarter again another day.
Well, speaking of, with how much energy is on the board right now, you would have to retreat this Blaziken, which loses 2. You'd have 3 total energy, 1 on Blaziken, 1 on each Ditto. Let's say you attach from hand to this Ditto. I'm actually starting to get a little concerned for Mu12's energy production, especially since they only have 1 single Firestarter Blaziken in play.
Well, it's just energy draw and draw 3, so they have to be feeling fairly confident that they have something.
Okay, so they just drew their whole deck and then they played Copycat.
They drew their whole deck and then they did not play a counter stadium. So that means that if that counter stadium exists, it is in the prize cards.
Wow, very exciting game 2 here between SuperWooper and Mu12. Things could go either way. It looked like Mu12 had such a phenomenal start, but Wooper stayed patient, has slowly crawled back. Of course, it's not over yet, but it looks like Mu12 pivoting to the Ditto and just going to see if they can fight another day.
Gotta see the attach. Oh, goodness, no? A Flutter Trick?
And it's a Tails.
Oh, no. What a missed opportunity to triple poison here.
Now,
and I'm calling it right now. 2 of those prize cards are high pressure system.
Wow, that could be the case. So I think you have to take this knockout on the Ditto. Unfortunately, that has to be a triple poison. I think the dream would be to pull off a flutter trick with this KO and really pick off that hand. But, okay. Well, we see that they're saving the triple poison for another day. Now, Crobat only has 20 HP left on the bench with that double rainbow. So you do have to start worrying about Firestream getting a residual knockout. But right now, Wooper, happy to take the prize, says, okay, I need to start taking some action. 2 cards left in Wooper's deck, 4 cards left in Mu12's deck. We might be starting to reach the endgame here, Cara.
I mean, something has to happen soon. These players are almost out of deck.
By the way...
That said, there could be another Shaman hit the board.
If we look at Mu12's board, we haven't really talked about it, but if Wooper has another ATM Rock, I see at least 2 knockouts between Delcatty and Blaziken EX. If we look at the non-EX Blaziken, it does have a Combusken, so it's not quite at triple KO range, but it might be time to start thinking about ATM Rock to win the game.
If I'm Wooper, though, oh no, the Pokemon Nurse.
Wow.
They don't need a counter stadium. They'll just play the long game.
Wow. Cara.
We'll see that Pokemon Nurse that Chris Fulop ran back in the day, still considered a viable tech almost 20 years later.
Pokemon Nurse is a card that I've been extremely high on in the last few months as I've been playing 04 a lot more. And
so good.
Just for times like that, right? All that work put into that Blaziken. And while it has not done much offensively recently, now Wooper has 1 card left in deck. Probably / hopefully has another Shaman in hand. But, it's looking a lot more challenging to take these last 3 prize cards.
Now it's very, very scary because, 2 Fire Streams could theoretically clean up the whole game.
Yeah, there are...
And Wooper recognizes that, throws out that 70 damage Crobat, cannot afford for that to get sniped on the bench.
Just takes a prize. I also like getting rid of the Ditto. Although we saw Mu12 getting tails on several of those flutter tricks, I really like the idea. If any of those were heads, that could let you pick off that final ATM Rock, that final Desert Shaman, maybe that final energy that Wooper has been holding on to this whole time. But now,
all right,
Mu12 with a knockout.
Now, something has to happen with that Blaziken. A single energy attachment onto that Blaziken could knock out the active Crobat and the bench Dunsparce. Do we see a sudden flash here?
Perhaps a sudden flash. I'm also worried about 0 cards in deck. And
that's true. Maybe they don't have a Shaman. Maybe they don't have anything.
I think a Copycat would also get you there, but it would only get you 2 cards left in your deck. Oh. I think Sudden Flash has to be the move. The question is, do you have the time?
First they have to get cards in the deck.
Absolutely. Wooper going into the tank right now, really thinking this through. This could be the final turn of their tournament. Down 1-0 to Mu12's Blaziken here in top 8 at the War of 04. Let's see how Wooper decides to play out this final turn. The back is certainly against the wall if you are Wooper, Cara.
Okay, Zubat hits the board. I think they have something cooking.
Okay, there you go.
Rare Candy Crobat. Double Rainbow.
Retreat.
But what are you doing about no cards in deck?
Uh-oh. Surely they have the Shaman.
Town Volunteers? Shaman?
Surely you have something, Wooper.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Could they just be setting up a Shaman and getting rid of all the things they don't want to draw? Trying to lock in that Desert Ruins right now? Do they have a 3rd Shaman?
The suspense.
The boys are all here on that bench.
Oh,
there it is. 3rd Shaman. Drawing 4 cards. Okay, they want the full 4.
I was about to say, maybe do you even want to draw the full 4?
I was going to ask, do you draw any cards here? I don't know. But here's the thing. They are still dead to a single energy drop. High pressure system.
I think 1 energy would only knock out the Dunsparce on the bench. I believe Mu12
you're right. That's a fresh Crobat.
Yes.
I forgot that was a fresh Crobat. I got that tunnel vision.
That was a clutch rare candy there. High pressure system finally found. That must have been a prize. Okay. I just don't know if Wooper has the time. It's going to be difficult. This Blaziken, well, this Blaziken will go down to poison. Cannot use Firestarter due to the special condition. If Blaziken goes down, then both players will be at 1 prize. And who knows what will happen there.
Important to note, Mu12 is down 3 rare candy. They have at most 1 left between their 3 cards in hand, 8 cards in deck, 2 cards in prizes. We know one of those prizes is almost certainly a high pressure system.
Wow. Mu12 now in the tank as well. Can't Firestarter.
Okay, it's a skitty. Are we going to see a lullaby? We are absolutely going to see a lullaby. Firestarter onto the Blaziken. And Death Sleep. And oh, the Crobat wakes up.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So that skitty goes right away to
ATM
triple
Rock!
poison. Whoa.
That's it!
Oh my god! ATM Rock number 2 takes it!
Wooper!
We are getting a game 3.
Wow. What a game. Wow.
All right, unbelievable. And Mu12 is going to go first in that game 3. I gotta say, I even after you mentioned it, I had forgotten about the ATM Rock possibility. That is why Wooper took the full 4 cards of that Shaman. They saw that.
They saw blood in the water.
That was an expertly played game. That was incredible stuff.
Wow. Very exciting match. Both players at different points looked like they had what it would take to cross the line. And now, my friends, we get a game 3 between Wooper and Mu12. Let's take a look from Mu12's perspective this time. Here we get started. Mu12 goes first. And it looks like they just drew past.
Whereas SuperWooper has that psychic energy on the Dunsparce.
Wait a second. Has Mu12 taken a turn? It says that turn 2 began, but Mu12 has 6 cards in hand, 1 on the board. So wouldn't there be a missing card from the card draw? Oh no, because when you go first, you don't draw a card in this format.
Right. You don't draw a card going first.
Never mind. Can you tell I have not been the one playing the games today?
All right, Mu12. Do they have a high pressure system? Not ideal.
Hoping for a Steven, probably.
Are they trying to thin out their hand here? What do you think's going on?
Aha!
No. The high pressure system gave them the free retreat so they could Ditto and strike and run with their Ditto.
Oh my god, and Rare Candy Blaziken. Wow. Okay. Copy, strike, and run. One of many uses of Ditto.
I looked into this. Mu12 has 2 copies of Dunsparce in their list.
Wow.
2 Dunsparce, 2 Ditto, and the Corsola. And we have that Corsola out. We're gonna see we're gonna potentially see the power of that Coral Glow. But my question is, do you want to go first if you are relying so much on Ditto to do your striking and running? I guess you still do, because you open your Ditto and you hope your opponent opens the Dunsparce.
Yeah, because who doesn't open Dunsparce, right? Take advantage of that
me
meta
every single time I play this format. I've never opened Dunsparce in my life.
So a combo that we haven't really discussed yet today with that Corsola is the combo with that high pressure system. Coral Glow is strong, but Corsola as a Pokemon doesn't have any utility outside of that card draw, as opposed to Dunsparce, who can Sudden Flash. But if you can free retreat Corsola with high pressure system, the opportunity cost of running the Corsola is significantly lower.
Yeah, it becomes a serviceable pivot, in addition to just that powerful Coral Glow draw. Of course, you can't draw cards with Coral Glow if you're paralyzed.
Oh, and you can't even retreat either, so I don't know why you're playing Corsola right now.
Literally can't even beat Dunsparce, the best card in the format.
Yeah, I think paralyzed Corsola is one of the worst cards in the format for sure.
You know, that stiff Coral there, just sitting rigid, not doing anything.
Well, we still get to see some action. Evolves into Combuskin, gets the Delcatty as well. Mu12's
and
board.
Look at that board
on turn 2. That's what you want if you're Blaziken every day.
Yeah, I mean, they took a little bit of a risk getting that Blaziken evolved with Rare Candy, but they already got off a Firestarter, so they're feeling okay. But meanwhile, SuperWooper not doing too bad for themselves either. 2 Golbat, 2 Clamperl, and a Gorbis. Like, both players are bringing their A game for this deciding match.
Absolutely, and that's what you love to see. Both decks getting to do what they want to do to give us such an exciting game
Sudden
3.
Flash. Oh no, another heads. Poor Corsola.
That poor Corsola.
It's fine. Though. All you need. Well, the hand is so full anyway.
And Mu12 plays like 16 warp energy, so
that's true.
Yeah, we
could see. Well, maybe not. I was gonna say there's a world where we see an attack this turn, but we're about 1 energy and discard short of that.
Oh my gosh!
No.
Why are we attaching this Delcatty?
Don't do it. Are we gonna see a max energy source?
And it's just a pass.
Okay. These Delcatty attacks, like these 2004 players are on another level here. These are lines that I don't even see with these Delcatty attacks.
Speaking of on another level, look at these hand sizes: 12 for Wooper, 11 for Mu12. This is the pinnacle of 2004, when both of your hands are a quarter of your deck.
And I bet that the Mu12 isn't feeling as great about that Corsola now, with it's stuck active over and over, and it can't even Coral Glow. The hand is too full.
Yes, that is the one side of Coral Glow, and it's somewhat. Oh my goodness.
That's force.
That,
folks, 3 for 3 with a sudden flash.
Folks, this is how you win games here at the War of 04. You have to do whatever it takes. And that means perhaps using Sudden Flash 7 times in a row, where 3 is the ways there. You get 4 more, and that Corsola is gone. Just like that.
This is iconic 2004 Pokemon. That Dunsparce is just going to keep getting free damage and buying a turn until Mu12 is ready to step up and get rid of the damn thing.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Mu12 said, my Delcatty is going to bash you in.
Full energy Delcatty! We're going to see a max energy source for 40 damage soon.
So, okay, let's talk about the theory. You have a 70 HP Pokemon that's not weak to water. So, you're forcing Gorbis to have 5 Psychic Energy in play if they want to one-shot it. Meanwhile, from the Crobat perspective, you can triple poison with 10 damage, so that means no double rainbow, and the 30 coming back into your turn would KO the Delcatty. So I guess in that case you say, oh, if you triple poison me, I just retreat. But all that for 40? So.
I mean, we could see even more energy going onto that thing.
You know, and this is what you have to do if you're Blaziken playing against Gorbis. You just play the game differently than you would against any other deck.
You know, I mean, I don't hate it. 1 more energy and that Delcatty could just knock out a Dunsparce, and even that's not bad.
No, not at all. Wooper decides to stick the Ruins by combining it with a Desert Shaman. We'll see how effective that is here at this point in the game. The Mu12, with so many energy on the board, that decreases the opportunity to be able to energy draw out of a Shaman hand. But
what's interesting here is this time I think the Ruins is not there for the damage, it's there to stop the free retreat pivot.
Wow. I agree. Not only does Ruins do that damage, getting rid of the pivot, Flutter Trick heads, Uber gets to pick off any card from this hand.
Knocking out the Corsola in the process.
Oh, you're totally right. 40 damage after weakness. So that could not have gone any better for Wooper.
No, not at all. Okay, we see the Delcatty put active.
All right.
We can see a max energy source for 40. I mean, that's not terrible. If SuperWooper doesn't have the additional energy, then an extra energy on Delcatty will be a knockout on the Crobat. That's something.
All they do is attack. They draw an attack. You know, no energy at all in the discard for Mu12, so those Fire Starters not doing anything. Could have been a different story.
Delcatty.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Wooper.
Now, I wonder if they're sandbagging here, because, you know, maybe they have the 5th Fire, but they're just saying, oh, no, I don't have it. I just can attack, baiting that Crobat into a false sense of security so they can hit it for 50 next turn. And I wonder if SuperWooper would play into that. Doesn't seem like they're going to. Sending out this Golbat now.
They're going to Supersonic?
Sharp Fang for 20. That's it.
Wow. Copycat for 2? No.
Oh, no. They weren't sandbagging. Their hand was just awful.
Oh, my gosh. Cara, what is happening? The start was so good.
This is some next level 2004 Pokemon. This is unreal stuff.
And also, Wooper evolved the Clan Pearls into the Crobyss, which is not typically something you see Crobyss do against Blaziken. But when the Shamans are flying like this, sometimes you just want to have an attacker and a free retreater ready to go.
We see the power of having those free retreat pivots when we have energy draw.
Okay.
When we have Mu12 just stuck without anything that can handily retreat for them.
This is a phenomenally interesting game 3 of our final match of Top Cut here. Mu12 does get the energy draw, but they have not played anything since. They can Firestarter, but what do you power up? Is it Ditto time after this Delcatty?
So if I'm Mu12, I mean, we're just max energy sourcing here, right? We're just hitting that Golbat because, like, there's nothing else is worth attacking with. You don't want to expose a Blaziken for 50 damage.
No, I definitely agree. I'm thinking of the fact that, okay, we finally have a Firestarter online. Going to use it now. Goes to Skitty. What are we doing? Lullaby? Oh, wait, Minor Aaron running actually could be a way to get out of this bad hand. That's next level. Are we going to see a Minor Aaron running? There it is.
We are. Oh my goodness!
Playing another level of 2004 right now says my hand's so bad. I just need more energy.
And this is why this is the Skitty for 2004. Minor Aaron running doesn't come up a lot, but when it does, I mean, it's pretty big. Look at in the Blaziken deck. We have never mind. Forced out the Shaman.
And that alone might be worth it. Who knows?
That's 2 Shaman down now for SuperWooper.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the strongest Minor Aaron runnings I've ever seen in this format.
Here's the question. What do we see here? Do we see a Flutter Trick? Do we see a Triple Poison?
A Sharp Fang? You sound like you don't want to see a Sharp Fang right now, based on that reaction.
I want to see a Sharp Fang less than anything right now. I want to see something flashy. Yeah, give me something flashy.
There we go.
Triple Poison. Down goes the Skitty. Poor baby.
Wow, never stood a chance in this world.
Okay, so we can see a knockout with either a Blaziken or a Delcatty. That Ditto is the retreat pivot.
Yeah, this is a guaranteed KO.
Now, I like promoting the Ditto here, fire starting onto the Delcatty, retreating that psychic energy off the Ditto.
Steven for 6!
Retreat that psychic energy off the Ditto to modify Crobyss's damage output more, and then knock out that Crobat. I like this position a lot.
I definitely agree. You got to get the energy off that Ditto. Make sure Crobyss does as little damage as possible. But holy cow, Cara. Steven for 6, energy draw for 3. Mu12 has drawn 10 cards already this turn alone.
I want to say, and this is the power of that incredible Delcatty engine in this format.
It's so formidable.
And I just want to say, there's no world where... Oh, what is happening here? Okay, so...
Wow, not afraid of Crobyss. Actually guaranteeing that Crobyss can knock out now because of the attach to the other Ditto? Right?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't understand this logic here.
Yeah, Mu12 has just allowed Wooper to guaranteed knock out this Blaziken with a Mystic Water. And I don't think the Ditto can respawn in turn because it would only be doing 60 damage. So I guess Firestarter makes it 70. I guess it's time for the Ditto and Crobyss wars, huh?
I guess so. They are pretty much loaded with the 2 Ditto. Maybe they see that long-term game plan. If it were me, I had my eye on attacking with the Delcatty and getting the knockout that way, because I don't think the Delcatty would go down in response if they did that. So interesting that they chose that line.
Okay, well now it begins Ditto versus Crobyss.
Immediately we see the town volunteers, so maybe that's part of their thinking. They're thinking, okay, I have what I need to get a really robust backup line going. But of course, this Blaziken on the bench was the one that came for the rare candy. Those ATM rock are looming, and Mu12 knows they run at least 2.
Absolutely. Town Volunteers, by the way, puts a 2/1/1 Blaziken back in addition to that Skitty. Wonder if we'll see another Lullaby or Minor Aaron running at some point in this game. But probably not this turn, as a copy Mystic Water would be pretty nice. Mu12 just needs to remember, you do need another Psychic Energy, so make sure you Firestarter onto that Ditto if you want to knock it out.
We're hitting for 60 damage. Well, wait, the Crobyss damaged.
See, this is why you sometimes wait to evolve your clan pearls. Wow, attaches warp just for tempo, and yeah, copy Mystic Water. Okay, it's 4-3. This is an incredibly close game, Cara. So, Wooper, going back to their turn, massive hand. You love to see it. Couple possible avenues. We don't know what's in Wooper's hand, but we could possibly see a double rainbow. That could go onto either Gorbis, but probably the active. You could see a multi to power up the Gorbis on the bench. We could also think about maybe it's Crobat's time to shine. I think you would like to get rid of a Ditto if you possibly can, but maybe if you're Wooper, you don't want to risk your Gorbis getting knocked out by the second Ditto waiting on the bench. So we see the Crobat.
I have to say, I was skeptical of some of Mu12's decisions, but they're in a very good position compared to SuperWoopers right now.
See, this is high level 04. This is the best of the best going at it. They're coming up with the plan Z right now. And you and I, we're only thinking at plan B. Okay. So, multi on the Gorbis, that's all they can do, decides to prioritize taking a KO on this Ditto. Wow, the third Desert Shaman has come down, Cara. That feels kind of early.
Yeah, maybe a desperation move, but the Ditto goes down.
Ditto goes down, and no, this time Mystic Water is not taking a knockout.
Well, one more energy and it will.
It would have to be attached to the active Ditto. If you attach the active Ditto, yes, you will be doing 60. But if you want to manually attach to anything else, or if they don't have fires in the hand to manually attach, oh boy, it's coming down to the wire, Cara. 2 prizes to 4. Wooper with the advantage. Mu12 with the Underground Expedition off of this Desert Shaman. We'll see if they got anything useful. The fact that we haven't seen them make another decision, I wonder if they're debating if they have an energy. Do you discard it? Or if you attach it, who do you attach it to? What are your thoughts, Cara?
I mean, I'm thinking if I'm in Mu12's position, is there a world where you're powering up this Delcatty?
I don't know if that's the world I would consider hanging out in.
Is there? I mean, there are 2 Blaziken EX. We can see a double fire starter and a manual attach onto this Delcatty. Is there a world where we are going to see a 6 energy max energy source?
Let's find out. They have 1 card in hand. It has to be an energy for this to happen.
Fire starter number 1. Fire starter number 2.
Where does it go? They're debating. They haven't chosen yet. No commitment.
Oh my god, the tension here.
Oh my gosh. They don't know.
What are you doing, Mu12? What's your play?
They must not have an energy in hand.
Combuskin!
Stun needle heads. Cara.
Oh my god, the sudden flashes, it's come back around.
Oh my.
That's a huge swing.
Gosh.
This Gorbis deck doesn't run switch cards, I'm sure.
Not even 1 warp point. I don't know. I'm asking.
I'm guessing. I mean, so many other Pokemon have free retreat. I'm guessing they're banking on that.
Oh my gosh. Let's find out. TV reporter going to draw some cards. Wow. Okay.
I think this Gorbis is a sitting duck, so to speak.
Risky maneuver from Mu12. If that was a Tails, I think Wooper probably wins this game.
Oh yeah, they'd be going down to one prize. I didn't even see how few prizes they had left. But now, it might have been just a big swing of the pendulum back toward Mu12.
It's getting interesting here, Cara. The final turns of Game 3 of this top 8 match.
Now we can see a clean max energy source KO onto the Scorbus, no matter what, with a nice 50 HP Delcatty, and then see if the Gorbis player has a response.
Yeah, Ditto would be lying in wait for a Gorbis to
right.
come back. Attach pass.
Multi-energy on Gorbis and a pass.
And a Steven.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's still anyone's game. The multi-energy onto the Gorbis is at least threatening that retaliation. But if this active Gorbis goes down, theoretically, the Ditto could retreat an energy off, and there could be only 2 energy in play. That wouldn't be well. I guess with another energy drop on the Gorbis, that would still KO the Delcatty.
So, okay, yeah, we're thinking a couple turns in advance, right? So,
You know what? Actually, if we're going to be if that's going to be happening, do we just attack with the Blaziken at this point? Get that 10 spread again?
so are you suggesting to attack with Delcatty this turn?
No, I'm wondering if we actually Fire Stream this turn.
That's interesting. Attaches from. Oh no, that's Firestarter to Blaziken. Another Firestarter
Because
to Blaziken. Cara,
everything
you are a time
everything
user.
on Mu12's board gets knocked out by a Mystic Water if SuperWooper can retaliate. So Blaziken at least sets up everything else to be in range. Sets up that Gorbis to be in range of a Delcatty.
Okay. What? Wait. Oh, warp to the bench. Okay.
Yep.
Using these
That's a
warp
KO.
energies just for tempo now, it might start to be Wooper's time to take advantage of the lack of pivots here. We've seen
will
3
see.
are gone for Mu12, but yeah, the momentum swing definitely feels in Mu12's favor right now. They don't need an EX in play at all at the moment either, which is very useful.
No, and I imagine they're not going to drop one until it's going to seal up the game.
Very tense here.
All right, so the big question is, okay, there's the energy, so that is a Mystic Water KO. SuperWooper is going to go down to 1 prize, but there is a deterministic retaliation KO lined up already. So if that Gorbis attacks, the Blaziken will go down, and then the Gorbis will go down.
Wow. Okay, so okay, we're going to see Mystic Water KO this Blaziken. Now, either Ditto or Delcatty comes up. If both of them have 50 HP left, Delcatty is doing the guaranteed damage, though.
What I don't know if I like, though, is that the Mu12 powered up the Blaziken that was evolved through Combuskin, not the Blaziken evolved through Rare Candy. They have made themselves more susceptible to ATM Rock now.
Yes.
Which could come into play as this becomes a Crobat game.
We definitely have to keep that in mind here. And again, Mu12, 3 prize cards left. We know that they can take a knockout here. How do you get the last 2?
I hope we get to see a Blaziken attack
this turn.
I think Mu12 wants that too.
Let's see. Holding on to this Ditto for dear life as well.
We need either a second Blaziken to hit the field, or we need an energy in hand.
This is tense. I'm getting nervous, and I'm not even playing.
Okay, Oracle. That's promising.
Wow.
There's the energy draw. They probably have it.
So we're expecting to see a Firestarter Blaziken, right?
I have to imagine. There it is. Okay, we are seeing a Fire Stream knockout, taking out that Gorbis, softening up the Crobat and the bench Zubat, putting SuperWooper on a very tight clock with a fresh, clean Blaziken. And this time, they are attacking with a Blaziken that was evolved through Combuskin. Very smart, recognizing the looming threat of that ATM Rock. Here we go. Fire Stream, taking a KO, and setting up some good math.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if you're Wooper, you would like to probably triple poison this Blaziken, but if you do, then double Firestarter. Well, no, you can't double Firestarter if you're poisoned. So Firestarter plus attach for turn would get this Delcatty ready to max energy source for the KO, and the Blaziken would not be able to be rocked or stone generated.
Yeah, I think if the Delcatty is able to attack, that might seal up this game. Attack for knockout, of course.
We will have.
And
to
I don't know if you want to expose the Delcatty otherwise.
Yeah, 60 HP on this Crobat.
It puts that Delcatty right into that ATM Rock range.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And with 1 prize left, everything's on the table. Okay, Wooper.
Yeah. A lot of this is going to hinge on whether Mu12 can get a second energy onto the Delcatty for or a max energy source for 60, because I can knock out the Crobat or the Golbat if they go down that road. Okay, energy on Crobat. Are we going to see the triple poison? We are.
There it is.
Moment of truth here.
Another Oracle.
That's very, very promising.
So again, we're looking for. Do you Fire Stream here ever, or are you only using max energy source? I think we might have one more warp energy left.
I'm using max energy source every single time, and that active Blaziken has to get out of here right now because it's going to be an ATM rock range if it doesn't retreat.
Actually, right. I don't think it would, because Combusken is 80 HP, right?
This is the active Blaziken. Oh, the active Blaziken is the Combusken one. My mistake.
Another Delcatty.
Right. High pressure system. Oh, here it is. Fire and fire.
Wow.
We are going to see a max energy source for 60 damage. Mu12 is putting on a showcase of like the power of attacking Delcatty. Another energy on another Delcatty. This is so interesting.
Oh my goodness, Cara. Wooper.
All right, what do you do about this Delcatty? Because both of your Pokemon are... Okay, there's a Crobat. Stay from Delcatty.
Desert Ruins.
What do?
You need an energy. And actually, I believe any energy will do, right? Because this is a... No, this is a 50 HP Skitty!
Yep.
What? So, okay. Need a double rainbow if you want to ATM rock.
That masterful Skitty split coming in incredibly clutch. Both Skitty have individually proven their merits in this deck.
That's incredible. I've never seen a Skitty split come to such relevance.
Oh my god, what a day for the cats, is all I have to say here.
What a day for the cats indeed,
Cara.
Cara.
Oh my goodness, a Warp Energy seals it! Warp Energy onto the Delcatty, double Fire Starter onto the bench Delcatty. It can hit a 90 damage max energy source.
No way.
We have seen two Oracles.
There are two fire in the discard, so the Fire Starter will work. We have
does he have the Warp Energy?
Warp are gone.
Oh my goodness.
Warp Energy wins the game for Mu12.
If they don't have the Warp Energy,
they have it.
There it is! That's the game!
Oh my gosh.
Mu12 with aggro Delcatty wins the match. What an incredible showcase.
Attacking Delcatty. This is not a Blaziken deck, Cara. This is a Delcatty deck.
What did I say at the beginning of this? Delcatty is that powerful card.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, I am speechless. That was so well played.
That was incredible from both players, Wooper and Mu12. Phenomenal match. Commiserations to Wooper making top 8 with that Crobyss. And Cara, just like that, all the Gorbis are gone.
Just like that, all the Gorbis are gone. You know, I said we're seeing 4 Gorbis in top 8. That could mean all 4 Gorbis in top 4 or none in top 4. Let's take a short break and let's get queued up a little talk on top 4.
All right, so that's the finish of top 8. Top 4 will be coming up shortly. Stay tuned, everyone. You do not want to miss the war.